Yo, what's going on YouTube? Back in the gym for the second episode of beginner workouts. So we have our Teen Bodybuilder right here. If you haven't seen a previous episode, go check it out. Push me out my own video. Anyway, today it's gonna be a push session. So what that means is every kind of movement where you have to push somehow. So we're gonna be working. Are you sure?
Are you done? Are you done?
Chest, shoulders, triceps are going to be the main focus today. Alright, so right now he's doing the warm-ups, and principles that we're going to be using today is for the compound lift, which is the bench press. We're going to be doing 5 sets of 5. Now this is because when I first started training, it was probably the best thing that I did for, as a beginner, to gain strength and to gain that initial bit of size before complicating things. So keep it simple, build the base, let's go. Alright, so what we're doing here is we're going 5 sets of 5, but I can see that he's rushing the eccentric portion of it, which is going down. So what I've done is I've got him to take a 4-second negative. So 4 seconds going down, explode up. 4 seconds going down, explode up. Probably won't be able to lift as much weight, but it's essential that you get the eccentric part of the movement on lockdown as well to progress further. Alright, so warm-ups are done. Now we put on 60 kilos on the bar. And now this is the first working set. So 4 seconds down, explode up. 4 seconds down, explode up. That's good. So one of the biggest mistakes I've seen people make, and one of the biggest mistakes I made, was I didn't record what I was doing. I just kind of came in and tried to remember. If you try to remember on your off days, you won't lift as heavy. That's regression, not progression. So write down everything that you're doing, record it in your phone, use an app, whatever you need to do, write it down on that piece of paper if that's you. Make sure you record it. How did that feel? It hurts like hell. With Channel 5 News, this is Jordan and this is him bench pressing. We will see you soon. Alright, so as for rest periods, Jordan was just asking, I said he's got a little bit more time to rest, and he was like, no, I'm good. I'm good to go, son. I'm ready. I'm ready to do this. And I was like, hey homie, slow down. Slow down, you ain't ready yet. Because if you rush your rest periods, you're not gonna have optimum energy to perform the next lift. And that's key at this point. You don't want to rest too much, but you want to rest enough that your heart rate drops and you can actually put out the same amount of energy that you put out the first time. How did the 4 seconds down change things compared to just before I added that in?
Because normally, when you rush down, you push back up, you don't feel it as much in your chest. It's more like, I don't know, everything else you're using everything else, but when you're using that, you have to concentrate all your power in your chest so that you get enough power to push it back up. That's why I sound like a piston when pushing it back up, because I'm using all that explosive power. Let's go!
Big muscle groups in this are shoulders and chest. So compound for chest, then compound for shoulders, which will be the overhead press. When you're ready,
I'm always ready.
Alright, so one thing that I just said to Jordan was to because at the moment it's kind of leaning forward a little bit almost. So it's not really much of an adjustment, but it's just a case of just bringing it back. So just lifting the chest a bit and rotating your shoulder back a little bit so your forearm is then perpendicular to the floor. Gives you a much stronger position coming out of the press and will allow you to push more weight. And it's safer so you don't snap your shit. Alright, so there's still some minor issues there, but that's down to flexibility. So I'm going to give him some exercises to do at home with the resistance band, which will help him get a bit more flexibility in the shoulders. I'm going to show him something. So, yeah. Okay. There. So now there's no forward lean. As soon as you put that, that's stressing the front door for no reason. And you'll get tired. Just pull it. Squat like how I'm saying. Squat. Yeah. Okay. Back. What's the verdict? Was it good? Was it great? Was it bad?
Nah, it was explosive.
I'm getting it in my ear right now. It was good. It was good.
This is why you have good friends.
but for real, the only thing that we'll slowly coach is the wrist position. When the bar is like here on your wrist, you want it in line with your forearm, but that's down to flexibility. So right now we can run with it because we've made progression, but we will coach that out. Tight, bring it in tighter. Yeah. Pow! So we're going to try and straighten. Now we're going to try and straighten up the wrist. So there's a bit more power and it's not putting strain on the wrist, because if you can imagine, all the pressure's coming there. So you're going to feel that all day. Start snapping some shit.
My empire, my empire, welcome to my empire, my empire, my empire, my empire, welcome to my empire.
You can see when fatigue kicked in, and then the wrist went back. Because it needs to be here. See there, Jordan? It needs to be in line with your wrist. So sometimes when I'm pressing, my wrist will be back, but the bar sat there, as opposed to sat there. The only problem is, sat there is dangerous. Yeah, because if you're using suicide grip and it's there, it can slip. And then if your thumb's there, it needs to bring it back. So then that's the only way that you'll kind of. Alright, shoulder blades tight. Yeah, good angle. Up. Bring it back a little bit when you bring it to the top. So eye line. There, that's it. Still keep the 45-degree angle. Slow it down on the way down. 4 seconds again. 1, 2, 3. Down too far. You can tell I've never done this before. We've got 12 reps. Is that 12? Yeah. I think when I'm editing this, I'm gonna count the reps, and I think there should be a punishment if he lied. Let's count the reps right now. Yeah, in 3, 2, 1.
My empire.
And the truth shall set you free.
So the main thing here is remembering the cues from doing the barbell bench press. The barbell bench press, because it's fixed, like you're holding the bar, both your hands are holding the same bar, it's a lot easier to get the movement pattern. As soon as you go to dumbbells and you need to singularly stabilize each dumbbell, it makes things that little bit harder, which is why we're doing it, because you need those stabilizing muscles as you start your lifting journey. So you need to remember the arc still. The arc is still important. And the 30 to 45 degree bend between your humerus and your body. Otherwise, if you flare out, all shoulders. How'd that feel?
It's very, very tiring. It's more tiring than anything else. Mainly because I've never done it before.
What we don't want, two things. Always control the negative, as we said, but also these don't lock out the elbows completely. So keep like a slight cushion. Yeah, push out, but then when you get to the top, it's squeezing the chest. So as opposed to just doing that, you want to really focus on squeeze. So, you know, like,
I told you about making friends.
Alright, so the next exercise, now that we've done that, we're going to be doing seated lateral raises. And the reason why we're doing seated is because a lot of the time, especially when you're new to the exercise, you will use anything you can to get momentum to lift the weight. So we're going to take that away, because with this exercise, it will be your legs. You use momentum to... He's touching me. So we're going to be sitting down doing the dumbbell lateral raise. I'm going to show you first. So it's almost as if you're trying to tip like a bottle of water. Yeah, it will make sense when you're doing it. So you come up and then you want to rotate.
As you're going up?
Yeah.
Okay, and once I get to the point, I just slowly come back down.
Yeah. So a lot of people, they do this. There. Bang.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, don't shrug your shoulders.
How would you not meant to?
Because the weight's too heavy right now. Flat bending arm. There. Keep it. Now down. And do that again. Yeah, that's it.
It's different. I'm learning it, so yeah, it just hurts. Everything hurts. So that's definitely a shoulder exercise.
Look at his face, it's burning. It's burning. I'm gonna zoom in.
I'm gonna burn up your hairline.
You wanna say anything to the people?
I will beat you.
Man's look tired and that. Look at him, man's look tired and that. Man's gonna munch good. Good. Alright, so right now we are moving on to triceps, which will be... Someone actually said that to me. He said, how do you work the triceps? I was like, no. So yeah, working the triceps now. We're gonna do 2 tricep exercises to finish off today. So the first one, because I just wanted a change of scenery in the gym, we're going to be doing this machine, which is the tricep extension, and then we're going to be doing overhead. And I'll explain why we're going to do the overhead one when we're doing it. Main thing to notice here is the setup is exactly the same, very, very similar to the preacher curl. If you haven't seen that video, I'm going to link it right somewhere on the screen. But so you want your chest close, you want to be tight in the machine, and you'll see when Jordan's in there. So sometimes you need to drop the seat. If you're too high, then it's not going to be as effective. See how tight he is in the machine there. Chest up against the pad. The backs of his triceps are firmly against the pad as well. But don't overextend. There.
How many?
12. The final exercise of today, and it's going to be the overhead tricep press. Now, the main reason why we do the overhead stuff is you need to remember that stuff like your biceps are split into 2, your triceps split into 3, and you need to hit each head of it. And the one that people neglect, but also the one that gives you the most size, is the one that's hit when you do overhead stuff. So you see loads of people doing loads of cable extensions, just cable extensions, but the overhead stuff is what's going to give you that tick, you know, tick look.
The wine dead, baby, that's they mash up me head.
You know, tick.
I swear to you, I've warned you. This is why you have no friends.
I do have friends.
I'm your friend.
Get off me, fam.
Are you ready, Sensei?
Alright, so you want... Yeah. Just try not to... Yeah.
You know what, yeah?
How did that feel?
I've warned you 4 times in this one session. Get out of my face.
Is that proper zoomed in as well?
No, but yeah, that's you can feel it. Yeah.
In your triceps?
In my triceps,
On
yeah.
your triceps. Alright guys, that is the end of today's session. Alright, just for the record, the last video, he didn't actually lick my ear. That was just like, it was tended to.
Like, it was perfectly angulated so that the momentum and the hyperbolic exchange would...
So as you saw, we hit 2 exercises for chest, 2 for shoulders, and then 2 for triceps. So yeah, stay tuned for the next episode because we're going to be talking about food and understanding of food and how you can use it to benefit you as a beginner. But don't forget to
subscribe, like, share this video. My people, you know where it is. Share the video. Be true, stay big. Something about swole. Peace.
See, he messed it up. Be true, live big, stay swole, baby. Peace.